Everyone, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Tron Legacy. It is the sequel to the original Tron from 1980 something. It's been a while. I was alive when it came out, and I was in love with it. I watched that movie over and over again as a kid. This is the 2010 sequel, and it's, to me, in many ways, it is better in some ways than the original, because I think it will age a lot better than the original, but it could not exist without the original. The original is a piece of art that is indicative of its time, and it is so many years ahead of its time. This one, unfortunately, didn't catch on with the world at large, so we never got a sequel to it yet. I'm hoping that they can get Garrett Hedlund and Olivia Wilde back to do something. Hey, do a Disney Plus series. Wouldn't that be neat, hey? Giving you ideas already. Come on, Disney Plus. I know y'all watch this. But yeah, get them involved. Seriously, it was great to be able to see Bruce Boxleitner and Jeff Bridges back in their original roles. Just a little side note, to promote this movie way back when it came out, when WonderCon was still being held in San Francisco in 2009, I went to a special event that was held by Bruce Boxleitner's character Alan Bradley. Bruce Boxleitner showed up in person, in character, to announce a new era of NCOM, and it even ended with a scene similar to the very beginning of this film, where Garrett Hedlund, Sam Flynn, the son of Flynn, parachutes into the crowd from a very tall building. And, well, technically he did that from a helicopter. I think, the actor didn't, but a stuntman did. So, yeah, I was there in that crowd, and I videotaped the entire thing. It was kind of cool. And it got us really excited for the film, even though it was a few months away. I'm digressing incredibly. I'm going to digress one more time. By the way, I do have another relationship to this film, because I'm kind of in the film. Not physically, but my voice, I'm sure, is, because I was part of the crowd at San Diego Comic-Con in 2009, where we all were told to yell, chant things for the light cycle race fight kind of thing. And so somewhere, if you parse, I'm sure the technology will exist someday if it doesn't already, you can parse down that crowd of voices and find mine right there among them, yelling D-Res, D-Res, and God knows what other stuff I only watched it just a few minutes ago, and it was at the beginning of the film, so I already forgot. Anyway, the film itself, like I was saying, is better in some ways than the original. It's not the same as the classic, but it's in its look and style. I think it's gonna age much better. I think it's the kind of thing, it's perfect to test the blacks on your television, just to see how deep the black can get, and the colors, to see how they pop against it. It's really visually stunning movie. It looks great. Everything's so smooth and so slick, and shiny, and not just the sets, which are all digitally rendered for the most part. But we also get this movie did a lot for, I think, latex lovers and people with loving heavy mascara. The girl who plays Jem, freaking gorgeous, just in white, just standing out against everybody else. Olivia Wilde also, with her little haircut, pixie cut kind of thing, and the makeup is so spot on. It looks amazing. What isn't so amazing is Clue, the digital avatar for Jeff Bridges, and also the young Jeff Bridges from 1989. That, we were in a time before the Uncanny Valley was, it was very far away at this point. I don't know. It's really difficult to look at the young Jeff Bridges in this movie, and and not just see a video game character, even though it's supposed to be taking place in the real world at the beginning of the film. He still looks like a video game character on the grid in the world, the digital world. Yeah, maybe he's supposed to look like that, but it's not a great rendering. I'm sorry to say. Jeff Bridges, all grown up and adult without all the digital effects on him, looks great. The costuming on him, the hooded thing with the interior glowing kind of stuff, it's pretty good stuff. But yeah, I think the problem with the digital Jeff Bridges is I don't think mouth is rendered well. I don't know. It's just, it always looks like their upper lip, to me anyway, looks like it's just like it's stuck and looks so plastic. So yeah, that's the big drawback for this movie for me. But otherwise, I really enjoyed it. I had it on while I was working on some other things in the foreground, and that was in the background. And I found myself just stopping completely and just taking in the whole film. It's kind of fun from end to end. It gets a little, I don't know, it gets a little overlong at some point. I think it was there just to show off a lot of special effects. You get your flying ship fight as well. It was basically to show off all the really cool different vehicles in the digital world, which was great, but I don't know if it was necessary. You probably could have cut a good 15-20 minutes out of the film with that. Or, if they did, maybe it would have ended too soon. I don't know. It was a good 2 hours and 6 minutes. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. But you should probably watch the first one for context if you haven't watched that yet. If you are youngins and you haven't seen either of them, the first one might be a little bit hard to get through for you kids who don't understand that kind of stuff, the way they made movies back in the early 80s without all the digital technology we have now, all the CGI. It's a whole other world, but hey, it's worth checking out. So I highly recommend it. Tron and Tron Legacy. The first one especially is a classic to me, and this one's just a good time. So we're going to take another shot at checking out tomorrow's movie. All right, let's see what the grid has for us. 143. I love you. Very low number. C's or D's. We're in the D's. 143. Oh, here we go. Something, you know what? Some of you younger ones will probably be pissed at me, but I have not watched this. It's a series, but it's very popular. It's DuckTales. The 2017 version, though, however. There is the older version from 1987, but it's the 2017 DuckTales. Season 1 apparently is all that's on there, and I think that's what I'm going to watch. I'll watch a few episodes from that and get back to you a little bit later. Tomorrow, in fact. We can talk about it, or I can talk about it and you listen, as usual, on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you then.